Hello everyone, welcome to Get My Class. Today we are going to solve this question which says vegetative propagation in potato occurs by. Option A is eyes of tuber, option B is sucker, option C is rhizome, and option D is runner. So let us try to understand the question. It says vegetative propagation in potato occurs by. So the key terminology is vegetative propagation. So what do you understand by vegetative propagation? It is a method of asexual reproduction by which you can produce actually genetically identical organisms or genetically identical plants in this matter. Okay. So what is vegetative reproduction? Vegetative reproduction, or you can say vegetative propagation. Both mean the same. Vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. Propagation. In case of plants, we call it as vegetative propagation. Okay. Now, what is this? This is nothing but asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. So, what do you understand by asexual reproduction? Here, there is involvement of only one parent. By a single parent, you can produce offsprings or progenies. That's what is called as asexual reproduction. So, here there is involvement of single parent. And here, for vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation in plants, there are certain structures which are formed, which can be utilized or which in nature, that is even in natural condition, they can give rise to new offsprings. Okay, they are called as vegetative propagules. So they produce what? They produce vegetative propagules. What are these vegetative propagules? These are the structures which will give rise to new plant or new offspring. So let us see which are the vegetative propagules which will give rise to new plant. So option A says eyes of tuber. So what do you understand by eyes of tuber? So let us write eyes of tuber. Okay. So tuber is nothing but the modified stem which occurs underground, and especially in case of potato, potato is one of the very good examples where you can see tuber, right? And suppose this is potato. On potato, you can see tiny notches like this. These are nothing but the eyes of the potato. Okay. And these will give rise to tiny buds, as these contain, very good meristematic tissue, you can say, which will develop into new organism or new plants. Okay. So these buds will give rise to new plants. Okay. And these plants which are produced now, these will be genetically identical to the parent plant, okay, to which this tuber belongs. So hence, eyes of tuber will be utilized in case of potato and some other vegetables also, where you can utilize them for the production of new plants. And hence, it can be utilized for vegetative propagation. So option A should be the right answer. But let us look at the other options. Sucker. So what do you understand by sucker? Sucker. So sucker again is a type of a vegetative propagule, or you can say specialized structures which are formed in certain plants which will give rise to new plants. Okay, for example, you can say in case of apple tree, you find these structures at the base of the shoot, or you can say near the root, and these will give rise to new plants. Hence, suckers can also be utilized for vegetative propagation, but not in potato, because the question is asking about potato. So option B is ruled out because it is not utilized in case of potato. It doesn't produce, it is not produced in potato. So let us go to option C. Option C says rhizome. So what do you understand by rhizome? Rhizome is also a kind of a modified stem itself. Okay, here also you can find nodes. Okay, there are, for example, in case of ginger. Okay, you can see, for example, this is ginger. Okay, you can see these lines on the ginger. Okay, these are nothing but the nodes, or you can see nodes. Okay, these nodes will give rise to tiny buds, and buds will give rise to new plants. Okay. But these are not found in case of potato, because potatoes have eyes, not the nodes here. I mean, not like this, not like in case of rhizome. Okay. So option C is also ruled out. So example here is ginger. Okay, this is what I have drawn. Ginger. Ginger is a good example of rhizome. Now let us look at the last option, that is runner. So what do you understand by runner? So option D is runner. These are also vegetative propagules, or you can say specialized structure, which are utilized for the production of new plants by vegetative, or you can say asexual method. Okay. These are nothing but horizontal branches or horizontal stem which will grow, and finally they'll get covered by mud, and then this stem which is covered by mud will develop tiny roots, and then they will get detached from the mother plant. And hence the one which got detached from the mother plant will give rise to a new plant. So such stems or such structures are called as runners. Okay, so this you can see in case of strawberry. I know that everybody likes strawberry, so you can see runners in case of strawberry, but not in case of potato, because the question is asking about potato. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is eyes of tuber. So let us conclude. So what is the answer? Let us conclude. So the answer is option A, that is eyes of tuber. Okay, so eyes of tuber are used for the production of identical, that is genetically identical organism by the process called as vegetative propagation. I hope you understood the explanation. Thank you, everyone.